On today's episode of Home Care Digital, we're talking about business or personal brand. What's better? How can we do it effectively to drive results for our home care business? When it comes to personal versus business brand, it's really more about your business pages and your personal pages. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see so many home care agencies making is they have a personal LinkedIn page and they're just constantly posting about their business that should be actually on a business page. This is a huge mistake because your LinkedIn contacts do not want to see all of this content about your business has nothing to do with you. So what happens is you just post all this content, then people don't engage with it because it's not relevant to them, especially if it's like referral sources and it's talking about clients and talking about services that you offer. That is the worst thing that you can be doing, just bombarding people. It kills your LinkedIn profile when you could be actually establishing and building relationships with referral sources by leveraging LinkedIn and actually showcasing who you are as a person instead of just blasting these social media posts that have nothing to do with you at all. And so we want to make sure that we have two definitive things between your personal brand and your business brand. And it's important that we are consistent in both. Now you may be thinking, Nick, I already am not showing up and posting enough on my business page. And the thing is, to do this effectively, you can actually just do less on the business page and do more on the personal page so that again, you're just having this consistency on both. But what you'll find is that the personal brand can actually be more impactful than the business brand. And I'll go more into details here. But let's talk about just personal branding in general. So these are some of the topics that I like to talk about on my personal brand. This is my personal brand in who I am. I love talking about just like motivation. People say like, when they introduced me, my friend actually today introduced me to his girlfriend and was like, Nick's a motivational speaker, which I love to hear because there is a certain element of motivating that I love to talk about and inspire people to want to create the best possible life that they can. And just some of the struggles, I mean, entrepreneurship in general has its own ups and downs and is really important that we have personal development elements into what we're doing on a regular basis. And so I love talking about it because it's impactful. Another thing that people really know me for too is gratitude. I was at a conference and one of the hosts of the conference specifically said, oh, I love Nick. He's always just posting these things about gratitude and makes me feel grateful for what I have. Like that makes me so happy. None of this has to do with business, yet what this allows me to do is connect with so many more people than just necessarily posting home care marketing content that's only relevant to a very small niche of people and followers that I have. And so it allows me to connect and be seen with so many more people by having a general personal brand. Like I love, again, personal developments. I read a ton of books, you know, I'm constantly reading. I read for an hour a day every morning. When you can talk about like your goals and your struggles and different things that you're trying to achieve, that's what it helps us to connect with people. That's what creates the relationships with these referral sources, because when it comes to it, right, what we're sharing and what we're doing, we can't always be connecting with them. Yes, with COVID, now doors are opening up a little bit more and it's still making it easier to connect with these people in person. But imagine if we can connect with them in person and online and how impactful that can be. So really think about like, who are you as a person? What are some things that you could be sharing and talking about? I know a lot of these things are relevant to me, like, you know, speaking at an event or doing a training, upcoming events I'm a part of. That's something you can do, right? What are some upcoming events that you're participating in? Hey, you're at a networking event. Boom, post a picture of you at the networking event. Then tag the people that are in the photo at the networking event, particularly if you can get the host of the networking event, them be in the photo. It's gonna be even more impactful. And then I share my marketing videos like this one on my personal brand, but it's only once a week. So for my general followers and people that are on my business page, I'm talking about all this and then occasionally talking about my business. And so I'm still reminding people, hey, this is what I do and this is how I help people, but I'm creating content and value that really gets people to know me on a personal level. And the biggest compliment that I get when it comes to my personal brand is how authentic and transparent I am when I'm creating content. That's what breaks down walls. That's what gets people to know you. And it's been so cool through in sharing my own stories. I was actually talking with Alex from Home Care Payments, and he actually told me my story. I had never met him before. We jumped on a call, we connected on LinkedIn, and then he goes, so let me get this straight. So you used to work with Steve the Hurricane, he's like a mentor, you worked for him, and then you started your own business and you're helping people with video and social media. And I just laughed because again, it was a testament to what I was doing works. if people who you have never met before know who you are seeing what you're doing, and know your story, then you know that you're doing something right. And so I want you to do the same thing within your own personal brand, and getting people to know who you are, know your story, know what you're about, becomes so much more valuable than even what you're sharing on your business page, right? That may be focused on motivation. And specifically when it comes to the motivation on the business page, I talk a lot about fear and comfort zone because video is a big focus of mine. A lot of people have fears and objections and around getting on video, putting themselves out there, getting over the fear of judgment. And so that's why I focus in that area. And then tips and education, so and testimonials, memes. And I did a whole video on what to post on social media specifically for your business page. But the reason I bring this up is because this is different. This is the business brand, and you can focus more on this, and this will be really good for your target ideal niche audience. But the personal brand allows you to expand your reach to more people. And the thing about you compared to me is that my audience is very small because I'm targeting home care business owners. That niche is so small versus you're targeting anybody that has an aging parent or potentially someone even with like a disability, right? So there's like so many people out there that may need your services versus my niche, which is really small. So it goes to show you that you can actually have such a greater impact and such a greater reach within really scaling and growing your business through what you're doing in marketing your online and sharing yourself from your business standpoint. And I know this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, and I'm totally cool with it. This is my belief in the way that social media is changing and evolving, that your personal brand is more important than your business brand. I said it, you heard it here first. I promise you that you could actually get more results posting about who you are and struggles and your brand and your mission and your goals and your wins and what you're doing in the community is going to be so much more impactful than necessarily just posting a testimonial or a random quote or happy holidays on your business pages. This is going to be so much more impactful, letting people know who you are as a person, building your brand, building yourself, being seen, being heard, bringing attention to yourself and who you are will have dramatically more results to getting the results and goals that you want to achieve. Because here's the thing, this is the biggest thing. A lot of times when people think of business, it's business to business or business to consumer. No, totally false. It's actually P to P, people to people. People want to do business with people. They want to work with them. Caregivers are more likely to want to work with you if you are a real person. I talked about that and utilizing your competitive advantage in last week's video. When it comes to referral sources, they got to know who you are. The more transparent, the more that it builds that know, like, trust factor that you can be counted on to get them the results that they want, which is a successful discharge, right? The more that people get to know you, feel like they know you, then they like you, then they trust you, that's how you generate more referrals, both from clients, caregivers, and referral sources. Are you looking to boost your home care brand? Go to thedigitalchamps.com/brand.